It was a bitterly cold night in 1919, and Frederick Mills was aboard a steam train from Melbourne to Korumburra, shoveling coal into the fire to maintain the broilers. As the locomotive passed through Nyora, Mills climbed on top of the coal pile. With the bright moonlight reflecting down on the train, he noticed an unusual bundle on the roof of the carriage. Mills reported his discovery to the train driver, and when they reached Korumburra, the body of 20-year-old Alexander Eastman was found face down on the carriage roof. How a body got on top of a night steam train running from Melbourne to Korumburra in 1919 is still a mystery to this day. Eastman, a butcher from Prahran, was taking the 6:30 p.m. train trip from Hawkesburn Station with his aunt Annie Smith to visit relatives in Korumburra. Smith told the newspaper that Eastman had boarded the train with a rifle and a bag. When they stopped at Dandenong Station, Smith said her nephew had left their compartment, saying that a friend of his was on the train and that he desired to have a chat with him. But upon reaching Kuwirup, Eastman was nowhere to be found. Smith said she made inquiries but assumed her nephew had missed the train and would follow her on the next one. The train departed Kuwirup on its way to Korumburra, and Smith assumed she would see her nephew in the morning. The cause of Eastman's demise and how he ended up on top of the train is still unclear. One newspaper wrote at the time the case was regarded by detectives as one of the most remarkable sets of mysterious circumstances. Authorities thought death had occurred only a very short time previously, as the body was warm and the night was bitterly cold. Initially, foul play was suspected, as a gold band ring with Eastman's initials engraved on it, which Smith said he was wearing at Dandenong, was missing from the body. Smith also said he had more money than the 3.5 pence found in his pockets, suggesting he had given away, lost, or been relieved of some cash. However, a gold and silver watch and gold cufflinks were still on his person when his body was discovered. Eastman's hands were also blackened with soot, which is thought to have come from the roof of the carriage, suggesting he had been on his hands and knees on top of the train. The coroner ruled out foul play and said whatever the deceased man's intentions were, it was impossible to say. There is no evidence to show how he got on the roof, but I am of the opinion that it was by his own act. So what do you think? How and why did Alexander Eastman end up on top of that train?